Good evening. Can you hear me? No, they can't even hear me. Well, where am I supposed to stand? Yeah. Snake follow me. Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? No? Oh, good evening. Good evening. Can you hear me, everybody? No. Welcome to this wonderful evening, everybody. Oh, goodness sakes, I have to talk louder. Do I have to eat the microphone? Okay, so you all know that we're having a phenomenal concert tonight, very unique. And I believe in the 40 years of PAS history, I believe this is the largest ensemble of players ever gathered in 40 years. Wow. And who gathered them all? None other than Li-Yuan, our star of the night. Yeah. She's petite, but she is a superpower. And I have never seen anybody work so undauntedly, if that's a word, to put together an amazing show. So thank you for honoring her. And I would just say it's rather bittersweet because we have her tonight, and then on Monday, she and her family will move to North Carolina. But she told me yesterday that we can't not see her again because she plans to come back. Maybe I think she said 3 times a year to play with the North Day Symphony. So that's a little bit of the background. Until the show begins, I'll tell you about next month, which is a very unique concert as well. So our treasurer on the board, Dr. Robert Hansen, applied for a grant from the Community Foundation and got a grant for a local composer, Julian Dieu, yes, to write a piano trio. And for those of you who think that a piano trio means 3 pianos playing together, that's a good guess. It actually means a violin, a cello, and a piano. So Julian has composed a piano trio and three fellows, all of them local, who will appear in your MailChimp and in the Facebook and every other place. We'll play the piano trio, and then they will play some traditional trios as well. And I know that Julian himself will play at least one of his solo piano compositions. That happens here, unless the temperature is 120 that day, in which event we will move the concert to All Saints Episcopal Church. But we hope to stay here. It's so difficult to predict. You know how that goes nowadays. So that month, July 2nd, as a matter of fact, Performing Arts Society of Reading, excuse me, will celebrate our 40th birthday. And we have been presenting monthly concerts for 40 years, which is amazing to me. And we intend to go another 40 years or beyond, you know? we're just going to keep on going. And we've had variety. We present mostly classical, but we've had jazz, we've had soul, we've had international folk dance, we've had Balinese dancers, we've had poetry readings, and we've had orations about famous authors. So please keep paying attention and please keep us alive because you love it and we do. So on that concert of July 12th, we would encourage you to bring extra money in your pocket. We would love to get some birthday presents on July 12th in the form of cash or checks or credit card payments, whatever. But really, just think about 40 years. I think I'll donate 400 because they're so great. Yeah. Okay. So just keep that in mind. I would like to say that one of the violists who will play in the second half of tonight's concert, Barb Barasa, who is a professional piano tuner, tuned a lovely Yamaha piano yesterday and did a phenomenal job on the tuning. I listened to every note being tuned, and I know they're all in tune. So thank you, Barb. So before we go on, I thank you. Some of you know that I like to do little trivia quizzes. So this one is totally geared for tonight because here's the question. And you have to think about this pretty deeply, and then I will ask for your vote. So this has to do with the Haydn Farewell Symphony, which will be on the second half of the program. So what do you guys think? Here are, I think, 8 choices or more. Haydn's Farewell Symphony was written to get his musicians a raise, a new contract, a vacation, the king's notice, new uniforms, a pension, out of his sight, to go to London with him, or union scale. So let's see hands. I'll go through each one. You've thought about it deeply so far and you know your answer. So raise your hands for your choice. Who thinks so the musicians could get a raise? A few of you. A new contract? Nobody. A vacation? More than the first one. The king's notice? Several of you. New uniforms? I love it. A pension? Not a soul. Out of his sight? 2 persons, yay! To go to London with him? About 3 on that, 4. And lastly, union scale. Okay, the correct answer, you won't know until right before the second half. So don't leave at intermission because you've got to know the answer. Or when you join trivia on television or wherever the heck you join it. Other than that, I think I will stop and just invite you to enjoy immensely all that you're going to hear tonight. Thank you so much for supporting PAS, Li-Yuan, and company. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Is it on? Okay. Hi, can you hear me? Okay, thank you so much for coming today. And this really hot weather and it's typical Reading at this time. When I first moved to Reading, the first day I came here was July 15th, 2003. And it was 116. I have just moved here from North Carolina, and it was so humid there, and here it's so dry. We bought a whole case of water, and we just drank and drank and drank. But after 20 years, I think I got used to this weather. Now I have to go back and drink less water. And as I see some of the faces that I haven't seen for a while in the audience, thank you so much for coming today. And this is supposed to be a concert in September, but since we decided to move, I wasn't going to do a concert in September, so I decided to do it right before I move. I'm leaving on Monday, so it was great that I was able to get this spot. So Schubert Octet, I've been playing this PAS concert for many years, and this I would like to present some of the pieces that I performed before. And so this octet we performed this before, and except for Julie Crable was supposed to be the cellist, but she couldn't make it. So we have JJ step up, step in and play with us. So I want to introduce all the players. I actually stayed up until 3 o'clock, when all the sounds. Maggie Czajka, she came to town about the same time I did. She's actually a piano teacher for both my kids for many years. She lived really close by me, so we're practically neighbors. So we spent a lot of time together. And she's has now moved out of Reading too, before I did. So she came all the way back here to play with me. So I really appreciate it. Thank you, Maggie. Now, Cherie Gans. Cherie, we go a long way. She's one of the first person that I met in Reading. Here. I was told that I wanted to know anything or anyone in the music community, go ask her. So she knows everybody, and if she was my gateway to the community here. She has been my step partner for the last 20 years, and she's one of the most generous person I've met, and she's playing viola today. Thank you, Cherie.
I learned so much from being her staff.
She was a long time carpool buddy with me to Chico. Now JJ Tiefenbach. I met JJ a few years ago when she auditioned for the Youth Symphony, and she's such a natural cellist. When I first saw her the first time, I was like, "Whoa, she's such a natural musician." And I have coached her many years, and so please watch out for her achievement. She'll be really great. Now, David Laraway, the horn player, she plays many instruments, horn, flute, you name it. He can do it. His daughter, Lisa, studied violin with me for a few years. I love this family. They're very supportive. And he also is the person that actually usually does the tech for PAS. Job is stopping for him right now. He's a wonderful person. Dan Matthews, I know Dan for a long time.
I've been here as long as you have. So,
Yeah, and almost to the month, 2003. Wow, great. Sorry, I'm leaving first. But
as taxes go up.
anyway, so we played PAS concert for many years, and he also is a Corvette enthusiast.
Not anymore, it's over.
Let's go with the cool band. Okay. So Vince also played with me for a long time, and he was always a very trustworthy person to come to rehearsals. He's always saying okay to all rehearsals. I was like always happy. And he is also a very good pianist. So, and Bruce Calin, he's one of the nicest and most gentle person I've met. He also teaches my son bass. So my son learned a lot from him. Also perform with me every year. So this is a group that has been with me for almost 20 years. So I hope you enjoy this. So yeah, and how you like the mix of the colors with strings and winds? Thank you. Um, okay, this next. Hello, hello. Okay, next piece is Schubert Serenade. This is one of the few pieces that I have formed over and over again in my lifetime. It's based on a love song by Schubert, and I love this transcription for violin and piano. It's very beautiful. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Not good. Okay. Hello, can you hear me now? Okay. Dr. Fiske. He's the first person I ever contacted before I moved to Reading. I had contacted him, let him know that I was coming to Reading, and he gave me a lot of resources before I came, and he spread the word about my arrival to Reading to many people in the Reading music community. So I really appreciate that. So that really opened doors for me. We both went to the same schools, believe it or not. We went to Indiana University, Manhattan School of Music, and we both lived in North Carolina for a while. Not at the same time, though. And we have not had a chance to play together. And so I wanted to make sure we do before I leave. So I hope you like this beautiful love song. Cool. Okay, I also performed this next piece, four romantic pieces by Dvorak in one of P.S. concert with Lois. So we wanted to do that again. And this time I'm only just doing one movement. This one has always been, it's something, every time I perform P.S. concert, I end up playing one of the Dvorak pieces. I don't know why. I must like Dvorak. So, I guess I should play Dvorak this time too. Okay. So, Lois Nichols. We've been performing together for a long time, like almost 20 years. And we played the PAS concert here and then Simpson University faculty concerts and sometimes outside. And she has accompanied many of my students in the past. And she also was also a piano teacher for my daughter too. So that was great. She also taught me how to play handbells. I always wanted to play handbells. And then one Christmas time, it's like, she was short on a couple of people. So I said, take me. So I learned how to play handbells. Not very well, but that was fun. It was always a pleasure playing with Lois. She is such a beautiful player, very sensitive, and I will miss our collaboration. So I would like to, if you never heard of this before, Dvorak can always use such simple melody and just make it so delightful. I hope you enjoy this one. was told not to talk too much tonight, but I want to use that opportunity to really point out all the people that I have spent time with in this town. Woof. Okay. Next piece, Salut by Elgar. I also performed this piece many times. This is one of the first pieces I performed in on the PAS concerts. And I just love this piece so much. It's and also I think I performed with Lauren before too. So this is another chance for us to do it again. Okay. Time to introduce Lauren. Lauren Dillon. Okay, and knew her for a long time. I still remember the first time I saw her. She came to my house. And she was really young. She came to my house to get to have a violin lesson. And she left Reading for a while. And when she came back again, she started to accompany my students and me, me too. She's a very talented musician. She can play violin, piano really well, both instruments. And she also sings as well, very well. She's now the anchor at Simpson University, the music department. And she also plays with all of us in North State Symphony. And one more thing about her is she's also a carpool buddy with me for many years. And she's always very calm and aware of what's going on in surroundings, unlike the driver here. Many times when I'm too engaged in conversations while driving, I'll be hearing her reminder things like, I think this is our exit. Or, I think you need to turn right over there. And so on. So I feel safe that I would never miss a turn when she's in my car. Being an excellent player, violinist herself, she brings a special touch when she plays the piano part with violinists. So I always enjoy performing with her. And for my students, and starting from being my students, became my colleague and friends, I will always miss the time we spend time together. Oh, wait, okay. Okay, so this is a love song that Elgar wrote to his wife. So there's a lot of tenderness and sweetness in this piece. I would like to express my appreciation and love for the people that I met in Reading by performing this piece. Okay, after the piece, I can take a break to implement it. Okay. This is a piece, Souvenir by, I don't know how to pronounce the name. Can anybody know how to pronounce this name? Any other? Drdla. What is that? Derda? Okay. Well, with my Chinese accent. But, okay, this is a piece I've known all my life. I've heard this piece performed by my colleagues, performed by, concert artists for encore pieces and all that. I've always loved this piece, but I have never performed it or even learned it. And so finally, I decided to learn it and perform it. Okay. Alda Turgieva. Sorry that mispronounced your name. She's such a wonderful pianist. She especially has lots of experience performing with violinists. So I was very fortunate also to have known her. When I first met her, she was still trying to improve her English skills. I was the one talking most of the time when we talked. But now we can talk a lot or finish each other's sentences sometimes. And we have many times send each other some music-related Instagram clips. It's always fun, always amusing. She has been accompanying many of my students for many years as well. Whenever my students are prepared for the studio recital, my house becomes her second house, her second home for about a week or two. She comes to all the lessons. She loves dogs. She has a little cute dog, and she also loves my dog, Lucy. So she would sometimes come to rehearse with my students, and she would bring this brand new dog toy just for my dog. So yeah, so I'm gonna miss him a lot. Okay, so I would like to leave this performance, this piece Souvenir, if that really means souvenir. I would like to leave this performance as a souvenir to my friends in Reading, as well as a little piece of my life in Reading that I could take with me.
Yeah. You're nothing but sweetness. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for 15-minute intermission. The restrooms are to your left. They're still on the right there. And think about what you're going to enjoy after the concert. A large reception of goodies is waiting you there. Okay. So, can say the prayer and go to the room. answer to the question from the last piece on the program. So now I'm going to give you the story so that you will know and you will be satisfied and you can know if you've got the right answer. So the story of how this symphony was composed was told by Haydn in his old age to his biographers, Albert Christoph Diaz and Georg August Griesinger. At that time, Haydn's patron, Nikolaus I, Prince Esterhazy, was resident, together with all his musicians and retinue, at his favorite summer palace at Esterházy in what is now Hungary. The stay there had been longer than expected, and most of the musicians had been forced to leave their wives back at home in Eisenstadt, about a day's journey away. Longing to return, the musicians appealed to their choral master for help. The diplomatic Haydn, instead of making a direct appeal, put his request into the music of the symphony. During the final adagio, each musician stopped playing, snuffed out the candle on his music stand, and left in turn, so that at the end, there were just two muted violins played by Haydn himself and his concertmaster, Luigi Tomasini. Esterházy seems to have understood the message. The court returned to Eisenstadt the day following the performance. So, if you said that the people were trying to get a vacation, you were spot on. Ladies and gentlemen, so we'll go forward with the rest of this remarkable concert. And as I said, please join in the fellowship room to the left here for the refreshments afterwards. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming back. Hello.
Well, there.
Thank you for coming back for the second half. I hope you have enjoyed the first half so far. I saw a lot of people talking to each other, people that haven't seen each other for a long time in this community. Finally get to see each other here. This is one of the my purpose of having my annual concert with my colleagues is that many of us are very busy. We don't actually see each other very much. So every year when I do this concert, doing the rehearsals, I hear all these different stories from different people, and I'm very happy to be able to reunite a lot of my colleagues together. And at the concert too, just like today, every time I have this concert, I see all the people mingling, and I think it's a good thing for the community. Now, this next piece, I was looking for a small, cute piece to perform with Taryn. Not sure how I got this music. I just found it in my collection. But it's perfect. It's really cute. It's a polka. I hope you'll want to kind of dance with it. Now Taryn Rosenquist. Taryn is fairly new to Reading. Well, compared to 20 years, yeah. I was so excited to learn that there's a new violinist in town when I heard about her. I quickly call her and then say, "Hey, you." But it was great having people coming to Reading, so to enrich the music community. I contacted her immediately and invited her to join the Strasser Symphony, and she was so nice. She was like, "Sure, I'll come and play." She's a very talented person, again, like many of my colleagues. She plays the violin, she plays the piano, she sings, and she's an artist. She has a degree in art. She's also a very impressive teacher in violin, piano, and voice. And she also does, what is that? Graphic design?
Yeah, art.
Art, yeah. She has led the second violin section of the Strasser Symphony for a year and a half, and she's an excellent leader. With my departure and stepping down from my position as the concertmaster for the Strasser Symphony, Taryn will step up and take the position as the concertmaster for the Strasser Symphony. I'm very confident that she will be a great help to our conductor, Dr. Jeff Specht, in leading the orchestra to a new era. Okay, so I hope you feel like dancing, or at least be delighted by this little piece. So hello? Okay. I performed the Mozart Sinfonia Concertante for violin and viola with orchestra last year with Cherie, with the Strasser Symphony conducted by Dr. Spex. I wanted to perform something with her again. Before we had a lot of time, a lot of good time together and working on that piece. So for Corey, I never say her last name correctly. Taeyong. Corey Taeyong. Corey is also a newer member of the Reading music community. She has really helped Reading music community to be more colorful. Her viola is always welcome in any place, let alone the really good one. She's so dedicated to her music making. I remember when she gave birth to her son. 1 week after she gave birth, she came to rehearsal and performed a great concert. We all thought she was crazy, but she was there and she did a wonderful job. 1 week. I call that dedication. Hey, I took a whole year off when I was pregnant. So I had the opportunity to work with Corey on the Mozart Sinfonia Concertante and perform with Strasser Symphony last year. So I really enjoy our collaboration. I'm glad that we have this one more chance to do that. I will miss working with you. Wait. About this piece. This is a piece by the master, Johann Sebastian Bach. Who doesn't like Bach? This is dance in a Baroque style. G is in a Baroque style. It actually was supposed to be, it was written for orchestra, it's an orchestra suite. But I think it worked quite well for a duet, for violin and viola. Somewhere in Time. Anybody know the movie? For the younger generations, probably don't. Kind of movie. My favorite movies. And the main theme is also one of the most beautifully written melodies that I've heard. I love playing this piece. The harmonies are so unique and beautiful, so soothing, hauntingly beautiful, actually. Always give me the goosebumps when I listen to it. Janella Dimas. Yeah, you can see my handwriting is so small. Janetta is one of the first violinists in the North States Symphony that I met already. She's a gentle soul. I don't have to cover you up. She's her smile and laugh is very contagious. If you know her, you know what I mean. She's always smiling. I always feel great when she's around. We have also been chemical buddies for the longest time. She's a very busy person and we don't get to see each other very often, even though we are in the same town. But when we do talk for Senior States in Chicago, we would talk on the store. Talk nonstop. Trying to catch up everything. And that's when it's great when the Lord has the car, so I know where to turn for exit. Janetta gave me the respect of a good violinist that I've never gotten from anyone else. She, I don't know why she just always praised me from very, very beginning. And she helped me build up my confidence. Believe it or not, she did. She's a violinist and as a performer and as a teacher. She would send her student to me. One of them will be performing later today. And we'll get this right. Okay. We played wedding gigs together in the very early days when I came to Reading. And I'm so glad that she, Catherine, and Scott, we used to play wedding together when I first came to town. And so glad that they're going to play another wedding with me this Sunday. Okay, so I hope after you listen to this piece, you'll be interested or inspired to go watch this movie. That's true. I forgot to introduce those two. So, Calvin Conway. Yeah, Calvin Conway. Came to Reading the same time, the same year I did. Many have found it interesting to have a colleague who speaks with a British accent, me included, and of course I have a Chinese accent. She is a walking encyclopedia. She can do so many things. She knows so many things. She can play any instrument: violin, viola, cello, bass, flute, piano, organ, pianist, trumpet, clarinet. She's know-it-all. She's a devotee teacher at Sequoia School. Catherine teaches, or has taught, string ensemble, beginning or advanced, piano class, choir, jazz band, even computer programming class. Okay. She's amazing. We don't get to see each other very often. Because she doesn't play Nursery Symphony and not in the Jazz Symphony, she's so busy. So I don't get to see her. But she joins me on this concert, annual concert, every year. And it's always so much fun playing with her. Her unique sense of humor, it's a British humor. I was just performing and working with her, and that was just so much fun. We always laugh so much. Scott Putnam. Scott is also one of the first musicians I've met in town. He's a lawyer with a passion for the cello. He's also an amazing diver. Actually, he just opened a dive shop, right? So if you want to dive somewhere, go find it. What's all about coral and tropical fish? Okay. It's always fun talking to Scott. The phrase I heard him spoke the most is, "That's too funny." I think that's pretty funny. Every conversation we have, I would hear him say, "That's too funny." He was cello teacher for my daughter as well. So that's another layer that I get to know him. Actually, when my kids were young, they would call him up. Well, I tell them that his uncle Scott. Because my husband also knows him, and they have many fun conversations together. So Scott became a family friend. Oh yeah, I was like, well, they would call him Uncle Scott when they were young. I don't think they want to do that anymore. But yes, so Scott, that was it was great last 20 years. Seeing you on shot and being out there on my really great. So I will miss these three. But I hope you enjoyed the Somewhere in Time and What's the Melody. The movie is amazing if you haven't seen it. It's kind of cliche, but it's still very, very beautiful. Yeah. Okay, now the project. when I moved to Reading 21 years ago, it's not on. Now it's on. Okay, when I moved to Reading 21 years ago, I realized Reading has a lot of fiddling here. Being a straight classical musician, being a strictly classical musician, I had no experience playing fiddle music. And I was afraid to try, actually, especially with my friends who can fiddle. And I was never confident enough to play the correct stuff. But anyway, a little bit about that later. So, Rebecca mentioned her. The first time I met her, Dr. Fiske had a summer orchestra camp at Shasta College. And I went to help out playing the orchestra. And then the person sat next to me was this very pregnant woman. And with an Australian accent. I was like, who is this lady? But then when I was listening to her, I was so sure that she was Franklin violinist. And it turns out she is. So she's so talented in creating music as well. She's a very good singer. When I hear her sing, I was so taken away by her voice that I had to stop talking for a while to savor her voice. Being such an expert in Suzuki violin teaching method, I have the she is, not me. I have the most respect for her patience with kids. When people ask me about beginning violin teachers, I always refer them to her. I really appreciate her trust in me as her daughter's violin teacher. She actually sent her daughter to me. I was actually kind of nervous in the beginning because, she's such an amazing teacher at teaching kids. And I was afraid that I would be doing something wrong. But she was very encouraging, and so I'm happy that I get to teach your daughter. We became much closer friends over the past year or so when her daughter started studying with me. And I'll always remember your kindness and such an encouragement. Now, for Cherie, already talked about Cherie. Treble. So, how do you say your last name? Circa. Okay. I was also very excited to find out when I heard that there's a cellist town. Where she can. She's also another very talented musician, like many of my colleagues. She sings beautifully, and she plays the cello very well too. We played the bell concerts a lot, almost every year for a few years. It was always fun. The bell concert with the opera singers who were accompanying the opera singers. It was fun. She's now the personnel manager of North State Symphony, and she's doing a great job. If you need anybody from the North State Symphony to do a gig, call her. And we also, four of us, we have been playing as a quartet this whole year for the North State Symphony outreach program. We were sponsored by John, to go into different schools and retirement communities to bring music to them. And we've been playing 4 concerts every time we'll do that. So this past visit was about the film music concerts. So we play a lot of music from movies and films. So this one piece we play was Chopin Farewell from the miniseries, The Civil War. So I've always loved this melody, but I never played it before until last year. When the bride, I played a wedding day concert. When the bride requested this piece to be played at the wedding. Now after 20 years living ready, I'm glad to be able to perform a song fiddle style, sort of. It may not be completely authentic style, but I hope you still enjoy it. Cool. It will take just a little time to fill out one. Okay, so you know the story about the kind of illuminating, right? With London. So for that, this piece was written in a different circumstance like mine. But I thought it was a really nice way to say goodbye to everyone here. I wanted to end the concert with a piece to say my goodbye to the Red Up community. The sweet melody in the adagio vivid reflects my feelings towards my colleagues and friends. Any Reading people. Okay. The problem was after the concert, I won't be talking to you more. So, the rest of the orchestra who I haven't introduced, Zoe, right here. Zoe is a former student of mine. She has great work ethics. She's a very dedicated student. Always ask for lessons. She's been going through college for 4 years. She just graduated from college. She's with a Shaggy timber with a violin degree, violin woman. So every time she comes back to town for the summer or winter break, she always asks for lessons. She's so dedicated, and I'm honored that she was asking for lessons when she comes back, even though she already went on to another teacher. So she is going to CSU Long Beach for her master's in violin performance. So next, Laura, raise your hands. She is one of the coolest person I've met. Yeah, that's it's not. She's a violin great, but she's also awesome compassionate. Also Calin book is the author of many things. Show of all trades. So I'm getting me such a cool person. Janessa, wired. Thank you, yeah. Janessa and Cherie Gans daughter. And she's also a very talented violin. He's also another person that does everything. And I'm so glad to have you here. And then I am, well, I won't be here anymore, but I'm really glad that you joined the family company. Yeah, great. And Allegro, she is my student for the last 6 to 7 years. I call her older sister first, and she also took up my violin. She's actually a very, very good pianist to start with. She won both competition from Octet and Paradise Symphony, young artists on piano for 2 different years. And performed with both orchestras. So she studied at Viola University. She studied public relations and music. Next. Next to her is Grace in Benham. Studying with me for about 5 years, right? She has a great musical talent. Everybody loves music. She's a very dedicated mom. She is always there about music lessons. She herself is dedicated music lover. She plays mandolin, fiddle, and other instruments, whatever she can, experimental. Together with her 4 other siblings, they are, and her mom, actually, having a music group named E Strings, because they laugh and study with E, right? E Strings, they all sing. Performing in many places, winning prizes. And she has won several prizes in fiddle competitions. So she's going to Francis College and study. Kathy David Storm. She's a very knowledgeable person. If you have a question, she always knows. She's very interested. She has helped many of her travels. Very good person. You will never be bored with her. Because she has a couple of stories about. So that's it. Next Barbara, she is the one that sings the piano. Viola, from Hamilton, she plays in Octet Symphony. That's where I met her. She came over down here, play with them. Thank you so much. She's been playing my piano for the last, I don't know how many years, almost 10 years on my house. So, and very generous person. He loves Viola. And also helped out with this website environment for that tribute. And she told me she would sing the piano as a party gift for me. So, thank you so much. Cassidy ready. She flew back from the LA this morning to play this concert with she's now living in LA, having time her life. Very talented cellist. She had one competition for South African one with a keyboard. And she also used to own a cleaning business. It's amazing. She sold it all. But thank you for coming here. And Lindsay, she's a very native. She went away and she had her global degree. She came back. And she's been playing principal at South Beginning. I just love her beautiful song. And Joel is newer to the symphony. He's also like a vocal player. He also does something that I really admire. It's always hard to teach a foreign language when you are not a native speaker, let alone to teach a language that's not being spoken, Latin. So he teaches Latin at Edinburgh. I don't know the parents. Darcy friend. So where I've been married a long time too. We're not going to see you very much, but it's always very pleasant when I see you. It's always smiling every time. And I'm so glad you enjoyed the company. Joy. Also, I want to tell her a long time. Calin, you played in the Salut. She has 2 daughters who also play in the Salut for a while. But thank you for joining us. Alan's son. He's a longtime friend. She helped him a lot. Right there. He has the most unique way of expressing herself. Very frank, very direct of what she wants. And I love that because I'm kind of like that too. Last but not the least, Jeff Specs, he's a wonderful conductor, Calin, and Franz. I appreciate him so much. He has given me all the freedom as well as leader. He trusts me and with my ability to lead and teach the orchestra. So he also gave me a lot of opportunity to perform as a solo with the orchestra. So I really appreciate that. So I think I'm done. much for coming tonight, in this hot temperature. I think something about me and this church when I performed here before, it was about 80 degrees too. Yeah, I was hoping it would be cooler this year, but this is a good send off. I always remember the wedding weather, wedding weather. So, there is a reception over there, much cooler. So if you want to hang around and talk to your friends that you haven't seen for a while, this is just a place to do. And with some food and drinks too. So thank you so much for coming, and I want to thank Ellen for organizing all this and giving me all this advice and everything. And all my colleagues that actually agree to do with me for this one last jam. And also, many of my colleagues that are not able to be here today. Also, many of my students like James there, Sophia. I don't know if Sean, yes.
Cherie.
And Tiara,
Chris.
Chris, yes, and then all the way in the back, Aliana, Rayma, Sophie. Okay, hope I didn't pretend that. And I wanted to also thank all my friends that came from out of town. Terry Vaughn, the concertmaster. I sat with Terry in North State Symphony for 20 years. 20 years. She has been an amazing teacher. You know, I've learned so much just sitting next to her. She didn't have to say anything. She's such a teacher by the way that she plays. I grew so much this past 20 years. Thank you, Terry. Thank you for coming here. Elizabeth, Joel, they came from Chico also. Thank you so much for coming. And this is a great way to see you again. And anyone else that I have not mentioned, I apologize, but this is I'm trying to smile then class. But I will yes, David Fraser.
Yeah.
There, yeah. David is the what is your job called again? She in the Czajka College Theater technician. He also went to Indiana, where I went to. So it was a special connection. And I also want to thank you, Marilyn Miller, for letting me crash at your house for the last 2 months after I sold my house. So, and I see my son actually made it. So, Spencer couldn't make it tonight because he had to play in the Shasta high school graduation. But he made it. I guess my concert went longer than yeah, but so, and Dr. Fiske, thank you so much for all your help all these years. And Alda, Calin, I think Lois. Yeah. I can't say enough thank you to everyone that I met and had the pleasure to become friends. Obviously, it's Margaret Johnson. She was the principal for Reading School of the Arts. The whole time that my kids were there, I was ready to the art mom for 1 year. So very, very amazing stance. Very good. Okay, so I better stop talking now. Thank you so much for coming, and please enjoy some snack if you want to.